sometimes when you want to push your limit, you gotta do things that feel a little out of reach, that feel a little stupid. Well, this is the time for me. I'm racing Bryce Canyon Ultra Marathon this weekend. One week after Cocodona, I'm not fully recovered, but I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready to complete the vacation race trifecta, Antelope Canyon 100 mile in March, Zion Ultramarathon 100 mile in April, and now Bryce Canyon 100 mile. Last minute trip, we are racing Bryce Canyon 100 mile this weekend. This is a little bit of a surprise race for me. I signed up very much last minute, but I've been thinking of doing the trifecta or the golden trio of vacation race for a while, and I already did Antelope Canyon, Zion 100, and then there was only Bryce left.
So what you're saying to us right now is that you have a shot at the belt?
Wait, what belt?
Well, Barney and I have this running joke that the first guy to actually pull this off would win the championship belt.
Oh, so it's a metaphorical belt, right?
Behold!
You actually bought a belt.
Why wasn't I told about the belt? I could go for the belt. Two sexy nurses with a six-pack of wine coolers sneak into my room late at night.
Fine, sleep with your nurses. Tonight you ride the unicycle.
I already did this morning.
And Bryce only comes every 2 years, so I felt it was now or never, depending on how recovery from Cocodona would be. And recovery has been extremely good. I actually feel better right now than I felt heading into Cocodona, except maybe for my elbow, which is still interesting looking, but I did see a doctor. It should go away fairly soon. And blisters, which are not exactly clean, but I think I'm able to tape them. I'm not gonna race this one. I'm gonna take care of myself, take it slow, and just enjoy a wonderful event, a wonderful race with wonderful landscape. This year, because of snow, they had to reroute, and we're actually doing 2 times the 50 mile. What's special, of course, is we're close to Bryce Canyon, so it's these, mushroom shape rock formation everywhere. It's almost like a forest. It's really cool.
These rocks often make interesting shapes. This one here we named the hanging mushroom. And over here we have man with helmet and 2 bowling balls. And finally, of course, the 2 sisters.
If you haven't been to Bryce National Park, which is what Nara's gonna do, that's really special, and there's gonna be some of it on this course. Rolling hill course, but also some good climb. I think I've seen 15,000 or a little more of gain, so not necessarily the easiest course, 36 hour, but I think I can manage my effort and kind of make it. Oh, and I didn't charge my watch since last race. Well, I charged my Garmin, but not the other one, the Coros. So I'm actually curious if I can run a 250, not charge it, race another 100 mile, and it's not dead. Maybe it will die, we'll see. But I have the Garmin as fully charged, so it shouldn't be an issue. I'm feeling pretty good. Work has been pretty reasonable this week, so I was able to sleep. And quite frankly, I prioritize sleeping over editing movie of Cocodona, unfortunately, so it's gonna be a little longer, but I felt I needed the rest. And now I'm feeling so good, ready to rock and roll. Gonna race this one solo. I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna enjoy.
Got coffee and hot chocolate over here, guys. Additionally, there's bug spray
You went up there?
Yeah, I went up to 8,500 feet.
Was it cold?
Not too bad.
All right, guys, we are gonna get a little bit of jams on for you, and then we are gonna get this counted down. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are good to go, Bryce Canyon Ultra 100 meters. You guys are ready. It's done. It is done.
Mile 0. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
I immediately regret this decision.
Alright, well, the race starts on this dirt road, slight uphill, taking my time, but feeling the altitude for sure. This is super runnable though in the other direction. So let's see if at 98 we feel like running. Based on the pattern of the cloud, I think it could be an absolutely amazing sunrise. We'll see in maybe an hour. And I hope that Nara will be at Bryce Canyon for that. She was a little bit sleepyhead this morning, so she didn't come to the sight line. She was working hard this week. We didn't sleep so much yesterday or the day before because we had to drive here, which is a pretty long drive. And she was racing last weekend and she did it. She did PCT 50. So what I'm most excited about this course is the red rocks and these mushroom formation. I mean, it's quite unique and you really have to wonder, like, how the heck did that happen? I'm sure someone in the comment below could let me know, but it is so cool. Mile 3, everything is holding up. Oh, now we have the sunrise. So what's new today is these shoes from Joe Nimble. You might remember, same company shoe that I took for bad water, and they saved my feet. So now I'm starting with juicy blisters. I'm hoping that they can save me again. So far so good. They have a very wide toe box, which is perfect when you're at the stage where you're not wondering if you'll lose your toenail, but you're wondering if you'll lose your toe. Giving the extra space. Also, the toe box protection is pretty solid, so I won't bump my feet too much, or I will, but it won't hurt. Mile 6, happy. Mile 9, strong. My Garmin is at 95 and my Coros is still at 35. Hey, Simon here, welcome to my channel. Today we are racing Bryce Canyon 100 mile and we are doing that 1 week after Cocodona, which was 1 week after Mt Fuji 100. So a bit of tired leg, but I'm feeling better today than I was feeling starting Cocodona, so that's pretty good. What I'm most worried about are my blisters, which were not healed, so I know at some point they will burst. And the other one is, quite frankly, to be sleepy. I think all week I was able to sleep a lot, but I was also abnormally sleepy. The course is different this year. It's 2 times the 50 miler, which I think is advantageous. So I might need to come back sometime, but I really wanted to do this race. I just didn't know if I would have the legs to do it. Mile 12, happy cloud, happy little accident. The GoPro probably doesn't do it justice, but it's really nice because the sun rays kind of filter through the cloud into the field. I didn't expect this segment to be scenic, and I mean, it's not the most scenic, but it's actually interesting and super runnable when you're at mile 12-ish. I don't know about 60 something. And we've been on this dirt road forever. It's crazy. But it's a slight downhill, so it's actually super runnable. Still looking forward to some single track. Mile 15, zoom, zoom, zoom. Mile 18, so far so good. Thank you. Okay, East Fork, feeling pretty good. And just like that, it's toasty. Gotta be careful now. Drinking plenty. At altitude, you lose a lot of moisture. Don't notice how much you sweat because it just evaporates because it's dry, but also lower pressure. So you gotta watch out for the heat. Mile 24, going really fast. It's been super runnable so far, and I've been able to run, which is good. I think on the way back next time will be much harder. I actually recognize these two guys from Zion. You guys remember me? Alright, just out of the aid station. I'm taking my sweet time. I think I'm still too much in the Cocodona mindset, which is it's time to reset, say hi to every dog, learn their name. That's exciting. The ground is red. Meaning we'll have the nice view very soon. Okay, this is a fun single track. We were very much due for something like that. Now 27, single track. That's cool. Huh. A big butt plug. I hope we go down there. Mile 30, feeling good. Mile 33, moving well. Thank you. Welcome to Update with Simon. That's me. I miss Nora. I think it would have been cool to do the 50 together, but her knee is not great, so couldn't do it. Otherwise, this segment is finally nice. I mean, the one before and this one, Red Canyon, so that's cool. I'm slowly getting pooped out and just overall tired, but I think the heat is really what this is. This is so cool. This is so nice. Mile 36. I miss Nora.
Boy.
Your crew.
Good boy.
Any pace?
Yeah, he wants to.
I wouldn't mind.
Right?
Those last two segments were really pretty. Exactly what I signed up for. All right, we're out again. Whew. 40 miles in. Feeling it, but really working on trying to not be too negative. Hello, buddy. He didn't care. He was not impressed. What am I doing here? Because it's not to prove anything, but I feel that sometimes, just sometimes, you gotta do something stupid and push your limit so that you know what your limit actually are. And I'm trying to do it in the context of knowing I won't be injured, but at the same time, there's definitely a little bit of, wait, can I really do this? And I felt like, yeah, I think I got this. Mile 39, well, mile 39 coughing. Could be just dust, which is somewhat likely, but also altitude. Mile 42. Nice wind. Okay, it's really hitting me now. Tired, sleepy, pain everywhere. I knew it would come, I just didn't know when. Mile 45, nice and cool. Really struggling on the uphill. Mile 48. More climbing.
They only were 40 years younger.
I'm certainly struggling right now. I stayed at the aid station, slept 5-10 minutes. Well, closed my eyes really. I knew this would happen, but I mean, you can hear it. Any climb right now, I'm totally out of breath. So I know I can do it, and I will do it, but it's not gonna be easy. Mile 51, it's never easy. Kuros is 21. I'm in 69. Nice. Mile 54, winded. Mile 57, ups and downs. Mile 60, sleepwalking. Well, good night. I'm not moving much. I'm moving. I guess that's what matters. I had a pretty long bout of sleepwalking just now. I'll try to run a little bit to wake up. All day I wish Nora was with me, but heading into the night, I feel like it'd be so good to live this together. And it's funny because you know how when you're with someone, I mean, of course we have things to say, but like I have so many things I want to tell her right now. Like this. Mile 63, moving. I'm getting in the dark place, but we are making good progress. We'll reach this aid station, East Fork, head out. Still a relatively good segment to one aid station that I can't remember the name, and then the next one is Red Canyon. And Red Canyon will really feel like the victory lap in a negative way, but still, we're running. Mile 66, sleepwalking again. All right, I'm cold. I'm gonna take new layers. It stayed 30 minutes. This is not good. I'm really struggling. And I know that the last 20 miles are tough. I can't let it get to me, but I'm cold, I'm tired. Mile 69, not nice. Mile 72, cat nap. It's always so rough to get back out there in the cold. Mile 75, nap again. I remember. Mile 78, getting there. Mile 81, so it began. Okay, last aid station I had the Coke and like 1.5 cup of ramen. In the meantime I had 2 applesauce and half an Arlie. Alright, 23 hour in, 81 mile, 13% and 52. I don't have the juice for it. I'm falling asleep. I'll make small progress, small nap, small progress, small nap until the morning. '84. The night is almost over. Alright, 2 applesauce, half gnarly. Before I had a quarter avocado, bottle of Coke. We're going there, we're a little lighter. This feels good. A little colder, but that's gonna be very temporary. 2 aid station, and then I get to see Nora. It was a rough night. Mile 87. Good morning. Good job.
Hey, great work.
Me too. Mile 90, single digit. Towards the end like that, it's like, it's not done, but I know I can finish. Mile 93. Almost there. Okay. I had 2 applesauce, 1 gel, half gnarly. Coke, avocado. Then we go. I get winded. Big climb, then downhill, then done. Mile 96, last climb. It's getting hot. I seriously can't wait to be done. My watch says no more climb. Maybe I'm even able to run the downhill. Watch wise, we have 10% on the chorus and 36 on the Garmin. They will both make it, just like I will. Ooh, that's killer for the quads. Or my quads are already killed. And whew. Okay, so I had 3 applesauce, half a gnarly, half a water. I might take Coke at the 8. It feels so good to be here. My feet were not so painful. It'll actually be pleasant. Alright, almost done. So we have 2.7 miles of mellow downhill. My feet hurt, my quads hurt. I'll try to run a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna walk it in. Mile 99, finally. I was so drained of energy sometimes. It felt like my body would just like flush and down goes the energy. Mile 100, exhausted but proud. That's my girl. Woohoo! I meant to tell you something. Not loud enough.
Go, Simon! Yeah!
Congratulations! You are absolutely incredible. I heard you were our last sign up at the expo. What is your name?
Simon!
Simon! Have yourself to watch first.
Yeah. Alright. Alright.
New buckle. Let's find a place. Here. I guess we won't see it much, but it is what it is.
Got to take a quick minute to recognize one other Bryce 100 finisher, Simon Gerard, who not only completed the Ultra Adventures Triple Crown of 100s this year, that's Antelope, Zion, and Bryce, but in the past 21 days, he completed Mt Fuji 100, Cocodona 250, and the Bryce 100. Just incredible.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books.
It went more or less exactly how I predicted. Yes, I'm very tired, but at the same time, my body held up fine. My blisters, for example, I think my feet were better after the race than before the race, and that really shows that the shoes that I used were exactly what I needed for the task, something that was well protecting my toes, something that gave a lot of room. So the perfect shoe for the job. My next race is Bighorn 100 in mid-June. And what that actually means for the channel is that I'll finally be able to catch up on a lot of videos that I wanted to do tip video. As always, thanks for watching. If you appreciate this video, please leave a thumbs up. That really helps this video be seen.